Hello everyone and welcome to yet another brand new episode on House and Home. I hope you're all doing well and have started your week on a good note. My name is Lydia Ali and thank you so much for your company. Now before we get into this week's lineup, House and Home is a family-oriented program where we feature or highlight various details of family living and lifestyle to improve your home. Coming up on this week's episode, we feature Sika Fire Protection Limited, and later on the show, we have another Hatwok Man segment with Jordan Dangi. But before we get into all that good stuff, Mother's Day is coming up, and we all know that Mother's Day is a time for us to show love and appreciation for our mothers, and of course to all the women in our lives who have one way or the other shown us motherly love. But do we know where Mother's Day was originated from and who initiated Mother's Day? First up on our show, I will be giving you a brief history of Mother's Day. Celebrations of Mother's Day and motherhood can be tracked back to the ancient Greeks and Romans, who held festivals in honor of the mother goddesses Rhea and Cybele. But the clearest modern precedence of Mother's Day is in the early Christian festival known as Mothering Sunday. Over time, the Mothering Sunday tradition shifted into a more secular holiday. The children would present their mothers with flowers and other tokens of appreciation. This custom eventually faded in popularity before merging with the American Mother's Day in the 1930s and 1940s. Did you know more phone calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year? These holiday chats with mom often cause phone traffic to spike by as much as 37%. The origins of Mother's Day, as celebrated in the United States, date back to the 19th century. In the years before the Civil War, Anne Reeves Jarvis of West Virginia helped start Mother's Day work clubs to teach local women how to properly care for their children. These clubs later became a unifying force in a region of the country still divided over the Civil War. In 1868, Jarvis organized Mother's Friendship Day, at which mothers gathered with former Union and Confederate soldiers to promote reconciliation. Anna Jarvis, daughter of Anne Reeves Jarvis, turned Mother's Day into a national holiday. The official Mother's Day holiday arose in the 1900s as a result of the efforts of Anna Jarvis, daughter of Anne Reeves Jarvis. Following her mother's death in 1905, Anne Jarvis conceived of Mother's Day as a way of honoring the sacrifices mothers made for their children. While versions of Mother's Day are celebrated worldwide, traditions vary depending on the country. In Thailand, for example, Mother's Day is always celebrated in August on the birthday of the current queen, Serikit. Another alternate observance of Mother's Day can be found in Ethiopia, where families gather each fall to sing songs and eat a large feast as part of Anchoshi, a multi-day celebration honoring motherhood. In PNG, Mother's Day continues to be celebrated in May by presenting mothers and other women with gifts and flowers, and it has become one of the biggest holidays for consumer spending. Families also celebrate by giving mothers a day off from activities like cooking or other household chores. Welcome back to the show. Up next, we feature Sika Fire Protection Limited, a 100% Papua New Guinean-owned fire protection company that delivers and installs fire safety equipment. On this segment, they tell us about how important a fire extinguisher is, why it is important to learn about fire, and what to do when faced in a fire emergency.
Back and forth, up. Don Mickey is my name. I've been with Sika for over 30 years. Actually, I am a sales and services supervisor. I also have background in safety and QA. With the work that I do, it has taken me over many provinces in the country. And I've been to so many drilling sites and exploration sites. Sika Fire Protection has been in the country for 40 years. Our business is purely a fire protection. We supply and install, we service and maintain all fire equipments. By regulation, every home should have a fire extinguisher installed. And fire extinguishers are the first line of defense against unseen or unfriendly fire. Homes should be equipped with fire extinguishers, smoke alarms, and fire blankets. And individuals or families at home should be taught on the basics on how to understand the fire and how to use the equipment that are installed. Lives have been lost, property has been lost in fire. From my 30 years of experience, almost 30 years of experience, I have witnessed that there is lack of awareness. We need to do a lot of awareness on fire safety, not just business houses. It is to cover the individuals and homeowners, the families. You know, like just some years back, 2 years ago, I think we had, after the fire incident in Mosby, just down the road, we had a family that was sent to do a basic fire training. And the youngest was 7, and the oldest was 17. The parents decided to bring them in to go to the fire training, to understand the fire, the basics of fire, so they can be best prepared. And that is the best positive approach, you know. The training is essential because most of the time the parents are always at work, most of the time at work. So it's better to equip the kids on fire safety issues, and the kids should also be educated. It is Sika's mission to reach out to the community, the schools and the community, to carry out fire awareness. The kids should do. At school, at home is rule number 1. When they notice a fire, when they see a fire, they should be oriented to raise an alarm. Rule number 2, parents should educate the children not to play with fire or matches at home. Fire is dangerous. Rule number 3, if at home, when the clothes catches fire, do not run. What you do is you stop, you drop, and you roll back and forth. That is rule number 3. Now, rule number 4 for children at home is never hide during a fire. Always call out for help. That is rule number 4. And rule number 5, during a fire, always remember to stay low of smoke and flames. Stay low and crawl to the nearest door or exit. Rule number 5, also avoid inhaling smoke. Rule number 6, get out of the house, stay away from the building. Never go back into the house when the fire is burning. Rule number 7, families should have at least a small meeting place that is outside from the house. Number 8 point is know how to call for help. It is important in the case of a fire emergency, the kids should ask the parents, or the parents should assist the children. Have the emergency numbers made obvious in the house. So every member of the family, especially with the kids, should know that those are emergency numbers. Emergency numbers to Penji Fire Services, emergency numbers for St. John's ambulance, and emergency numbers for police. No one knows this. Fire is unpredictable and life-threatening. It's very dangerous. Always be prepared in case of fire emergency. On the use of fire extinguishers, the word is pass. Use a fire extinguisher. To use it, you take it off from the wall, you put it down, you hold by the shoulder of the extinguisher. Do not put your hand on the handle. You always put your hand on the shoulder, you pull the pin, and the seal will break. This is just a plastic seal, it will break easily. And you lift the fire extinguisher, you have to test the fire extinguisher, make sure it is working before you approach the fire. You look at the fire and see the wind direction. You aim the extinguisher hose at the base of the fire and you squeeze the handle down. You will have the powder coming out. With the hand onto the hose, you pull, you sweep back and forth until the fire is out. Then you move away from the fire. The word is pass. You pull the pin, pick up the fire extinguisher, aim at the base of the fire, you squeeze the handle, then you sweep the extinguisher back and forth. You can also visit our Facebook page. All our information is on the Facebook page. And you can get in touch with us. If you want to buy a fire extinguisher, smoke alarm or fire blanket for your home, or if you want to provide a small basic fire safety training for homes, you can always invite us. Come and visit us. We're at 6 Mile, Saraga Street.
Well, there you have it, viewers. Always be fire cautious, whether you're at home or at work. Remember never to overload power boards, never leave kitchen equipment or electronic devices unattended, and always switch off your power points when not in use. You're watching House and Home. We'll go for a short breather. When we come back, we have another Hatwok Man segment with Jordan Dangi.
Hey everyone, a very good evening to you and thank you for joining me on another segment of Hatwok Man on House and Home. I'm your host, Jordan Dangi. Now in this segment, we're going to learn how to tie a bow tie using a regular tie. It is said that the bow tie originated during the 17th century during the Croatian War, where Croatian mercenaries used a scarf to hold their shirts together around their neck. When wearing a bow tie says you're confident. Wearing a sporting bow tie means you are not afraid to stand out in the crowd. Bow ties comes in different colors, patterns, and design. Bow tie can be made by any fabric material, but most are made from silk and cotton. Generally, bow ties are worn for formal events like weddings, dinners, and mostly special occasions. There are generally 3 different types of bow ties. Number 1, the pre-tied. Number 2, the clip-on. Number 3, self-tie. Pre-ties are ties in which distinctive bows is worn onto a band that goes around the neck and a clip to secure. The clip-on is a tie that dispenses with the band together, which means you're clipping straight to the collar. Self-tie is a traditional bow tie, consisting of a strip of cloth that the wearer has to tie by hand. Now as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, now this is a really simple and easy way to tie a bow tie using a regular tie. Now when you don't have any bow ties in your house or you can't find any in the stores, this is an easy way to do it using a regular tie. Now I'm gonna put this one down here and I'm gonna do it again on this blue tie and you guys will see. So first you take the end of the tie, put it through the loop, the keeper's loop. It's called a keeper's loop on a tie. To put it through. Okay, you flatten it down. And you take your left palm, put it across. And you take the other end of the tie and fold it across like this. And then you take your right palm, lay it on the tie, and slowly pull out your left palm. Fold the tie back one more time. And with your left palm, place it on top of the tie to secure it, and slowly pull out your right palm. Fold the tie back across just once, and from the middle part of the tie, you hold it, fold it, and then from that piece of line, go lift the tie up, go around it, and with the loop you created, push the end of the tie in, and pull it out. Now you adjust the line, pull it a bit, bend it a bit, and then pull on the and with that same loop that you created, put the end of the tie in again. So it's pretty much a simple way of doing a bow tie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is an easy and simple way of tying a bow tie using regular ties. Now, the way to wear this is, you see this line here, this adjustable line? Now you're going to pull on this when you're securing to your neck. Line here, you pull on it, pull until it's secure and centered, wrap around, underneath your line of your tie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is an easy and simple way of doing a bow tie using a regular tie. Now, until next time, I'll see you again on Hatwok Man on Haus Home.
Welcome back to the show. Now, before we wrap things up, we asked a few people about their thoughts on Mother's Day, and here's what they had to say.
Hello, milag to thank you lo all kar mama. Ola Hatwok na karamipla lo program na mipla start na lukim light. Mitok thank you lo mama blomi e mi Hatwok na karami na now mi stop na mi come up meri na mi stop. Mitok thank you.
A mother is a person who carries me in a home for 9 months, 3 years in a house, and I know that I'm always in a heart. And I want to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day, and to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to you all.
Special one to my mom in East New Britain Province, Rosemary Kilembe. Thank you for being more than just a mom, a best friend, a mentor, everything to me. With that, happy Mother's Day to everyone. Thank you.
Mothers should be appreciated every day and cared and loved for, because mothers are the life give us, and we should appreciate them. For me, I don't celebrate Mother's Day on Mother's Day. I actually buy gifts for her and stuff when I think that I need to appreciate her and to let her know that I love and care for her. And to all the mothers in Papua New Guinea, happy Mother's Day, and to my special woman and my mom, Rosina Kaling, I'd like to say happy Mother's Day to you, and you're loved, and I really appreciate you.
Every single thing that they've done thus far in my life, I appreciate and I love them.
I miss you every second of my life, and I wish you a very good, happy Mother's Day in heaven. I'm sure you'll be proud of me if you're alive and if you see me.
Happy Mother's Day, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Lord, to me, thank you, Lord. Protecting me, na carry me down the stage when me stuff, me got dika mama stona. Me wish you happy Mother's Day.
And that's pretty much all we have for you for this week's episode on House and Home. We hope you truly enjoyed the lineup. Mother's Day is coming up, so make sure you wish your mothers a very happy Mother's Day and shower them with all the love and appreciation they deserve this Mother's Day. On behalf of the House and Home team and I, enjoy the rest of your week, keep smiling, be kind to one another, and we'll see you all next week Tuesday right here on House and Home.